What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? Another work day for me. Jumped on live because I felt like talking again. Yeah, I just did a live because I felt like talking, man. But I captioned this live. Having a plan is more important than having the money. And this live kind of stems from a conversation I had with a partner of mine a few days ago. And in this conversation, this was the point I was trying to make to him, because he's working on some things, and he keeps stressing like he need the money, and I was trying to stress to him that he needs the plan, and that having the plan is way more important than having the money. Having any type of plan, whether it's a business plan or just some type of structure around what you're doing. And why I say that and why I know this to be true is because when you have a good plan, like you can easily get the money. Like, you see most people who create businesses or create huge ideas, they don't even put the money behind. They don't even put their own money up. They get investors, or you have angel investors and all kind of investors that invest into these people ideas because they have the plan. They don't have any money, but they have the plan. And when you have a great plan, the money will follow. Like, money follows great ideas. So, like, for instance, when I came home 4.5 years ago. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a car. I didn't even have a place to stay when I first came home. But I had a plan. And when you have a plan and you just start executing on the plan, no matter where you at, or no matter what you have, you just use whatever you have and just do whatever you can, and you start executing on the plan, then you start seeing the people that you need come into your life. You start seeing the books you need come into your life, and the money will come. I promise you it will come. So you just got to have that solid plan, start executing on the plan every single day, and the people you need, the money you need, and all the resources you need will come, because money follows great ideas. I know people looking, probably saying, well, damn, where do the ideas come from? If money follows great ideas, then where do the ideas come from? And that's why it's so important to be constantly evolving and constantly learning, because that's where the ideas come from. The ideas come from you reading the books. The ideas come from you being in the rooms with the people who are making moves, or you at the conferences, or you listening to the podcast, because you never know where the idea is going to come from. Like, I read about a dentist one time who flew to China for a conference. He learned some type of procedure at this conference that no other dentist in America was doing. So he came back, and because he was the only dentist in America doing this thing, he could charge what he wanted to for it, did it, and for years was making millions of dollars until he sold his dental practice from one thing he learned at one conference in China. So you just never know where the ideas are going to come from. So that's why you have to continuously put yourself in the rooms where these ideas are being discussed. If we are not in these rooms, if we're just looking at TV all day, or on social media all day, or just not in productive rooms, then we'll never hear these ideas. And if we are never hearing these ideas, then we can never take action or implement on these things, because we are not there to hear the ideas. So that's where it starts first, is putting yourself in the right room, putting yourself around the right people who are growing and evolving and learning and doing next level shit. Those are the people you need to be surrounding yourself with and constantly learning. To me, that's the reason why black people always thinking something is a scam, because we don't know shit. Like, we don't know shit, and we don't want to learn shit. We don't want to study nothing. We don't want to read nothing. We don't want to learn. We don't want to go to the conferences. We don't want to do nothing. But then when somebody comes around and say, hey, I can teach you how to make money without money, or I can teach you how to flip houses without money, we say, oh, that's a scam. That's a scam. It got to be a scam. We think that's a scam because we don't know nothing. We don't study anything. We don't learn. So we think it's a scam because we're ignorant. But when I look at my white friends, they don't think everything is a scam like how we do, because they are actually studying these things. They know you can flip houses without cash or credit because they study real estate. They know you can start businesses without money, or use debt to leverage to leverage and buy investments. Like, they know these things because they study these things. We don't. We don't study nothing, so we think everything is a scam because we lack the knowledge. That's why, like, my favorite verse in the Bible is Hosea 4:6. It says, "My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge." Like, it doesn't say we destroyed because we black. We're not destroyed because we live in America. And we're not destroyed because of racism. We destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. So again, you have to put yourself in the rooms to hear these ideas. You have to be listening to the podcast or to the seminars to hear these ideas. You have to be around talking to people who talk like this. That way, when you hear the idea, you can start executing on it, whether you have the money or not. And then once you start executing on it, the money will come. I promise you the money will come. But it's just about getting the ideas and learning how to implement. And you have to be ready to implement now. As soon as you get the idea, be ready to go. Like, money loves speed. Money really loves speed. Like, I talk to people a lot of times and they'll be like, "Well, I'm ready, but I need to wait on this, or my birthday coming up, or my anniversary." Like, y'all do so much waiting. Like, money loves speed. Once you hear the idea, you got to start implementing. When I came home and I knew this idea of how to flip houses without cash or credit, I ain't wait around. I was broke. I ain't wait till somebody gave me the money. I ain't wait till, like, I started implementing every day. I started doing whatever I could with whatever I had. At the time, all I had was a car. I started driving around looking for houses. And that's what I did. I didn't wait on anybody to give me the money, or anybody to what's going on, Dominique? How you doing? Like, I ain't wait on nobody. Money loves speed. Like, let me give you an example. Anybody can make $1 million, right? Let's just say you make $50,000 a year for 20 years. That's $1 million. But you know what's wrong with that $1 million? Is it took too long. It took too long to make. We want to condense that into a shorter time period. We want to make the $1 million faster. And if you want to make the $1 million faster, that means you have to implement. What's going on, Cliff? How you doing, fam? All right.
We're closing maintenance.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They trying to kick me out the library, y'all. But yeah, money loves speed. So when you hear the idea, you got to start executing right then. You don't hear the idea, you don't learn the new thing, and then say, "Well, I'm gonna wait till I get some money to try that," or "I'm gonna wait for the kids to finish school," or "I'm gonna wait for my birthday," or like, no, you start executing immediately, now, because it's somebody else that has that same idea. Then a year from now, you be looking at them like, "Damn, I remember I had that same idea." Yeah, you did, but you didn't execute on it. And the other person that had the idea to execute it. And that's the difference. When I started doing real estate, I started 4.5 years ago. I was fresh out of prison. I didn't care who was already doing real estate. I didn't care where I was living at. I didn't care who I was around. Like, I didn't have any money. I didn't care. I wasn't waiting. Matter of fact, I came home to a situation that was so fucked up, I couldn't wait. Like, that was the difference with me. I came home to a broken family, so I had to execute quick. And sometimes that's what it takes for everything. Sometimes it takes that hard time or that rock bottom moment to make us execute faster. But we shouldn't need that. We should always be in execution mode and ready to run the play at all times, because, again, I keep saying, money loves speed, right? So I can't talk long, man. I got to get up out of here, man. The library is closing. I'm trying to finish this course, man. I keep saying that, but I've been having to re-record videos that ain't coming out right. So I think I'm done now, and it'll be ready next week. So I just want to talk a little shit real quick, man. You know, touch bases with everybody and just deliver a little message, man. So, you know, again, like I was saying, man, it's better to have the plan than to have the money. Like, I know people who, like, for instance, who came home from prison with a lot of money, but they didn't have the plan. They end up losing the money. end up getting into worse situations because they didn't have a plan. You have people out here with millions of dollars right now, and they don't have a plan. So if you don't like, it's easy to get the money. It's very, very easy to get the money, but having a plan on what to do with it next is the hard part, and that's where most people fail at. And because we don't have a plan, most of us just throw our money in the bank, which is like the worst place you can keep the money besides like a shoebox or a safe or something. But we throw our money in the bank because we don't have a plan. But guess what the bank does? The bank takes 90% of your money and invests it immediately. Like they lend it out and do investments with your money, 90% of your money as soon as you put it in. If you put $10,000 in the bank right now, within the next hour, $9,000 of that money is gone. They're deploying your money, putting it to work. You know why they're doing that? Because the bank has a plan. They have a plan for your money. You don't have a plan. You just put it in the bank because you don't have a plan. So again, man, realize that the plan is the most important aspect of this journey. You have to start with the plan, you have to start with the vision, and you have to write everything down, and you have to execute every day. Not waiting to get the money, waiting to do this. No, you take whatever you have now, do whatever you can, and just get started. And do something every day. And I promise you, the resources you need, the money you need, the people you need, the books you need, everything you need will start coming to you. That's the whole law of attraction thing that you hear about. But again, I got to go. They're about to close the doors on me. I'm hungry, and got to figure out something to do with the rest of my day. So y'all be good, and I wish you nothing but success. Peace.